What is going on, you guys? My name is Rage, and we are back today with an exciting review here of Hulkbuster, being Marvel Strike Force's newest character. As you guys can see, he's going to be joining the Bionic Avengers for the preparation of the Death Scourge event, so keep in mind this is not the next Scourge event, but the one afterwards, number 4. What he's going to bring to the table is high health and armor. He's going to be a powerful protector who gives barrier to his fellow allies, as well as gaining speed whenever any of the Bionic Avengers does gain ability energy, which we've seen now is consistent through all the rest of the characters' team synergies. And as well, we're also going to be getting additional barrier on spawn, additional health, and whenever that happens with his team, they're going to get additional bonuses as well in raid. So that's going to be huge, especially with this team being intentional for the tech raids, specifically in Doom. So how we can actually recruit him is going to be an upcoming event that's called Monster and Machine. But with every of these new events coming out, guys, we also need to take advantage of these character releases for where there is a 15% increase for a limited time, where we can get that chance to actually pull higher red stars on Hulkbuster. So an iconic character for sure, one of the more memorable ones as of late, and it's nice to finally get some love back for Iron Man. So let's get this party started, guys. We're gonna go ahead, we're gonna open some red stars here. We're also gonna take a look at his kit overall and see some preemptive T4 recommendations from what we can see right now. As you can see right now, we do see his icon there, so which usually tells us it's an effect, but I always like to double check because I know this has been hit or miss in the recent weeks as of late, but just making sure that in fact it does show the increase in 15% here, and it does, right? A couple of my alliance mates already, had some fun here pulling some red stars, so that's how I also knew that, this was the right time to do it. So let's get this party started, guys. I think he's definitely going to be a very powerful addition to the team, so I do want to see if I can get a higher red star on him just because of his notable impact. Any of the protection they're going to be getting from the team, especially combinating with Viv Vision, who's doing the healing, right? So for us, Hulkbuster is going to be providing protection with the barriers. We got the 1 red there. And as well, Viv Vision is going to be providing the healing. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see here. Let's just open a few more here. Ideally, I want to get at least a 3 or 4, just given how powerful he is. But I know sometimes if you're not landing good luck, as you can see on screen here, sometimes with the orbs, we may have to shift gears here and try again later. But I also want to pop open maybe some Elite 4s here and see how our luck is doing today, because we've been really saving a lot of these red star orbs, and thankfully, it's been good. It's been good that we can actually have enough whenever these characters are coming out, and every time that we get any of these duplicates, it's just gonna feed into the higher red stars that we can potentially get. So nothing as of late here, guys. Nothing higher than a 2. Got a couple of 1s, which is good because usually the less I get here, my luck translates better to the other higher red stars. So we're gonna go ahead. We're just gonna finish this up with a clean number. We got 5 more here to go. Oh, got a purple one right there. Boom, Mighty Thor. Unfortunately, already the duplicate. Yeah, not good luck at all, guys. Sometimes it's just unfortunate timing. It is what it is. We'll keep going here. 1 more just to top this off. Oh, nice. We got the 3. That is actually ideally what I wanted, but again, because of this being a more notable character, would be nice if we can get something a little higher than that. So we'll give it a shot. Haven't opened these ones in a while, right? We got 10 of the 4s, 6 on the 5s. I don't know if I want to use the Elite 6s, but you know what? Let's start things off here. Maybe we can use a couple of these Elite 5s first. Save the luck here because we haven't got anything higher for Hulkbuster anyways, right? So that's an upgrade for Kitty Pryde. Perfect. Let's go again here. Maybe we can get a gold here. Oh, wow. So we got a 6. Unfortunately, got a 6 on Captain Marvel. And with the duplicate too. But let's see here. So that actually gave us back a duplicate here. Yeah, it is what it is, guys. We'll open a couple of these Elite 4s too. But wow, our luck has just not been great. Really unfortunate. Let's do a couple more here for these Elite 5s. Or sorry, Elite 4s. Yeah, at least we're getting upgrades here, though. This is good for the rest of our roster. It's always nice because it is one of the few instances where I do try to open a little bit more, especially for a notable character, especially this case here. Let's take a look here. Yeah, so we're getting a bunch of upgrades. Let's do 1 more. Let's do 1 more here. Let's see how our luck is. And it is what it is. May have to try again, but got the 3, unfortunately. So we'll cap it off there, guys. Now let's dive into the review, guys. Because I haven't unlocked him, he's at the very bottom of my roster. So let's go ahead and take a look at his kit and as well as the preemptive recommendations here. As you can see, just love the skin. He's just going to be so fun to play. Rocket Fist is his basic attack, and as you can see, attacking the primary target for 80% damage. If he has 25% or more barrier, he's actually going to gain defense up for 2 full turns. and if he has more than 50% barrier, he's also going to gain deflect. So in raid specifically, he's actually going to be barrier himself whenever that attack does apply. So it's really nice because, you know, we don't see a lot of basic attacks in this game where barrier is actually granted as well. I think the level 6 is good value because how often are you going to use his attack for damage here? As you can see, the T4 adding notable damage there. So I would stop at level 6 to see how much he's going to be playing a factor. Keep in mind, he is a protector, so his main job will actually be soaking up and protecting the team as opposed to providing damage. Special ability, Piston Slam, attacking the primary target and adjacent targets, as well as applying offense down. In raids, he's actually going to be clearing a negative from himself, kind of like how Taunt works on Hulk, where he actually self-cleanses. As his ability is leveled up, he's going to be cleansing more negative conditions. A barrier is going to apply to himself and allies. The offense down that's actually going to land on the enemies is going to last for 2 full turns. And as well, what's notable and important to identify here is that ability energy is actually going to get generated for 2 random Bionic Avenger allies. In raids, it also goes up. The taunt lasting for 2 turns in level 6, and by T4ing this ability, he's going to get actually 10% of his health back as a barrier. So that's why it's important to get a higher red star on him, just because it's going to be notable with him working in tandem with Viv Vision. So definitely with this one, I highly recommend T4ing, guys, because you're going to be getting really good value, especially with him protecting the team. Buster Barrage is his ultimate here, attacking all enemies for some devastating damage, applying slow. In raids specifically, he's going to be generating ability energy specifically for adjacent Bionic Avengers. So you really want to position him in a way where he's next to his fellow allies, where he is actually granting that energy. This character also has 3 or more Bionic Avenger allies. This attack also becomes unavoidable. So leveling this ability up, barrier is going to go up. There's also going to be speed up and slow that actually does get applied to the enemies. The speed up actually does last for 2 turns, which is really good, but keep in mind it's only for raids specifically. And the T4 here is, again, similar to the special, really granting more additional barrier, and that's going to take a percentage of his health. Again, factoring in the red stars and how high you can bring him up. So his special and his ultimate definitely would recommend, because he's going to be soaking up a lot of damage for the team, and you need that proficient tank. Last but not least, Built Like Iron is his passive here, and as you see, whenever Iron Man does drop below 50% threshold, he's going to be gaining the taunt to protect him. As well, if he actually drops below 50% threshold, it's going to actually get cleared, and as well as applying offense down to enemies. So it works like a mechanism where he's going to protect himself if he does get below that threshold as well, when he's protecting the rest of the team. In raid specifically, he's also going to grant a barrier right away on spawn, which is huge. Leveling this ability up, the Bionic Avengers are going to get additional health, and as well getting additional speed bar and energy. So it goes without saying, this is always a pretty good recommendation for the passives, but more specifically in raids now, there's going to be an additional 20% for barrier, and as well the allies actually gaining additional health and HP. So I mean, that's absolutely huge, guys. The T4 here adds even more, you know, icing to the cake, gaining additional health for the rest of the team. So definitely would recommend his special, his ultimate, and his passive. All high recommendations, you guys. So there you have it. Definitely a great character overall. I think this is going to be a great character to invest in. Definitely see if you can use some red stars on them, because him and as well as Viv Vision definitely are going to be ranked higher, especially with how high you can get these red stars on these characters. So I wish you guys the best of luck. Hope you enjoyed this quick and brief video on the character kit overall. Thank you as always, and I'll see you guys in the next one.